Okay.
I'm Little Ed.
I'm Dr. John.
And here we are again at another episode.
Enough already. And I don't see how this works either because it ain't showing nothing.
And Dr. John.
There you go.
I'm having a really pissed off day. Everybody's got me mad.
And if you look, we're kind of under construction here.
Wi-Fi's not working. Everything's goofy.
So we're Stone Aging it today.
I like the new set. We don't have this wall finished.
We'll get there.
So anyhow, Ed.
Yeah, a lot going on, John.
I'm pissed off. And I'm pissed off about a lot of things. I'm pissed off about everything that's going on today, but I shouldn't be so pissed off. But what I'm really mad about is what we're going to talk about is the stuff going on in Somalia.
Right.
And the billions of dollars, and they're finding it, and it's happening in our state really bad too. And DeWine, I know, is hooked to it.
Oh, well, yeah, because he doesn't want anybody investigating it. He's all like...
And that's what's got me so pissed off is they don't want anybody. There hasn't been nobody from the government's went in there and checked none of these places out yet. It's all over the internet. Nick Shirley's proven it.
Right. Well, he's not just. There's others too doing it that are going to these places and proving it. John Rocker, the former Major League Baseball player, put out a pretty good video.
But not one government official has done anything or checked this out or done anything. Nothing's happened.
Right.
It's really pissing me off.
And I'm getting tired of hearing affordability. Let's have some accountability, and then we'll work on the affordability. I think if we get some accountability, affordability will just come naturally, in my opinion, because I don't really think we're $37 trillion in debt as a country. I think we've been ripped off.
For $37 trillion.
Well, dude, the amount of taxes that the American people pay, and then you turn around, you work hard and you pay these taxes, and then you turn around and you hear about Somalians that ain't even been here 5 years.
Riding around in a Rolls Royce BMWs.
Right. Don't work. And they're all over social media telling you to work, white boy.
Here's what I don't
They all
understand.
talk the same retarded way too. I don't get
why. And why has anybody picked up on this? And why? Okay, they all have these businesses. Why is the government subsidizing all their businesses? What is going on? That I've never been subsidized by the government. What I do.
Right.
How are they all finding these businesses that the government are paying for? Why is the government paying for their businesses?
Right. I don't understand that either, John. Is it because they're immigrants, possibly? I mean, are they...
But what's going on? How can they be doing this? How are they set it up to where the government's sending them checks to operate their business? That makes no sense at all to me.
And there's no follow-up on it. Like these daycares have a license for 115 kids, and there's not one single footprint in the snow of a single kid anywhere. And we're not talking about one daycare. We're talking about 27 in one day. The same exact day opened up in a Somalian neighborhood, and we're talking about a group of people that have the highest unemployment rate out of anybody.
Their main income in Somalia is their pirates.
Right, and they're pirates here too. They're pillaged our tax money, but the problem with that is, a Somalian's going to be a Somalian. They're going to do what they do. What my problem is like Tim Walz and Mayor Fry of Minneapolis.
What is going on there?
These guys are all in bed with this because, suddenly Tim Walz is backing out of the governor race. Why? Because his gravy train's been discovered.
They have been letting millions of dollars in suitcases go out of the airport, going through TSA in Minnesota. Not one person has red flagged it. Not one person has said anything about it. Not one person's investigated it. They're just letting it happen.
But yet I got to take my shoes off and everything.
If I walked through the freaking airport with a suitcase of $1 million, I'd be sitting. They'd have me in the police station wanting to know where the hell I got all this damn money.
Absolutely.
Am I a drug dealer? Am I this? Yep. Am I that?
Yep.
Why am I carrying so much cash?
Exactly.
And they're letting these assholes come through there and nobody says a word.
And it goes straight to Somalian, to the Muslim Brotherhood or whatever the fuck those guys are called. I'm just sick of it. I'm just tired of it.
Al-Shabaab or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Al-Shabaab. I'm about done paying taxes, to be honest with you.
I'm not going to pay taxes anymore. Fuck the government.
I'm going to actually tell my employer not to take any more taxes out of my paycheck. And you can do that. You can actually tell your employer that you don't want any taxes.
And when they come to me and say, why aren't you paying taxes? I say, because I identify as a Somalian.
Right.
What are you going to do about it?
Exactly. Just put an eye patch on.
Eye patch. I'm Somalian.
And you got to talk like this. because they all talk retarded. I can't stand them. I want them all gone. I want them, every one of them. And we got the same problem here in Ohio. They've discovered over 20 daycares seems to be their thing, where they've got
somehow they can get government money out of them.
Right, and the same happened here in Ohio, where over 20 of them opened on the very same day.
And it's transportation thing. They figure they can government money, anything somehow. They must figure out things that government will pay for. But I don't understand why we are
it's just
subsidizing their business. It's so heavy with millions of dollars to operate. It doesn't make sense.
The Democrats are all screaming affordability. Well, quit stealing the damn tax money and giving it to these people so they can kick back to you, and that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, all our politicians are padding their pockets.
And it's not just Democrats. There's like Mike DeSwine, he's in on it too. He's probably not the only rhino that's in on it. There's probably other Republicans.
I think our government is so corrupt that you can't even believe and fathom how corrupt it is and how corrupt the people are, and everybody is on the take.
Well, there's absolutely no accountability. These people are caught cold turkey with their hands in a cookie jar, and not a damn thing happens to any of them.
Not going to have to, because they're all doing it.
Well, they're afraid to turn. If one of them turns, then they're all going to turn. Now let's talk about Maduro and Venezuela for a second. I did not know that Old Dominion, or not Old Dominion, but what is it called? The
Dominican Republic?
No. The voting machines.
Oh, Dominion.
Is it Dominion? Yeah, I did not know that those were Venezuela based. I didn't know that,
but makes perfect sense.
And if you stop and think about when Trump started bombing all these drug boats and stuff, and fishermen don't use $400,000 speedboats to fish.
No, with six freaking motors on the back of it coming across the ocean 100 mile an hour.
And they've got no use for 50-gallon drums, But anyway, that's more hypocrisy from the Democrats. As soon as Trump started bombing these drug boats, every Democrat started going, hey, wait a minute, because they were getting money from Maduro. The Democratic Party just recently filed for bankruptcy. There's a reason for that. Trump's cut all their outside money off, and he's cut off all their inside money, like the USAID programs and all that stuff. They were just laundering all that money back to themselves.
And then after they get it, the Republican friends that would side with them, they gave some too.
Sure, absolutely. And you could tell that it's worked, because look at the protests now compared to the George Floyd bullshit that happened back in the summer of love. That was like literally thousands of people that were burning stuff down and destroying stuff. You got like maybe 150 white liberal women and their cucks out there, calling for this stuff, and it's like, just making fools of themselves. They're like, we have the right to protest, and it's in the Constitution. Well,
it's not in the Constitution.
If you guys had
not in the Constitution.
It absolutely is. But
you have the right
to peacefully protest,
to assemble,
and peacefully protest.
It doesn't say protest. It says you have the right to assemble.
I'm pretty sure it does.
To assemble and speak your piece. That doesn't mean throwing shit, tearing stuff up, burning shit down.
You got to peacefully protest.
To peacefully assemble.
Right.
Which is kind of a protest, but it's not.
I think it actually says protest your government.
Well, I doubt it. Peacefully assemble.
If we had Wi-Fi, I'd look that shit up.
Well, anyhow, but it doesn't give you the right to do what they're doing.
No, they have no right. And that's another thing.
Once you start destroying property and you start getting violent, that is not a peaceful assembly.
That is
a riot.
They should actually hold these people accountable for the vandalism of the federal vehicles and the private property that they're destroying, for the assaults that they're occurring on people.
Exactly.
If they started holding these people accountable and they were paying for this out of their own pockets
then the money they're making to get paid protesting isn't going to really pay off, because they're going to owe more than what they're making.
Now they got to pay the lawyers, and now they got to pay fines and court costs.
Start fining the shit out of them.
So it's just like, it's like they get away with it, and if you think about it, back in the summer of love, they were getting away from it.
I don't have no problem. They want to get up there, stand on a street corner, and they want to say their piece. We're allowed to do that, but they're not doing that. They're a mob.
Oh, absolutely, and they're dangerous. They're doing violent.
It's a good thing I ain't there, because I'd probably be shooting people. They attacked me. You ain't gonna walk away, buddy. I'm just gonna blast your ass.
Well, it's already started. They've shot one woman that was following them around all day, obstructing them and yelling at them and causing problems until she went a little too far.
I wish that wouldn't have happened.
Well, I don't want anybody to die, but if I had
She
to
put
choose,
herself in a position for that to happen.
right?
I mean, she didn't have to do what she did.
Nope. She should have got out of the car when they told her to
She
get out
had
of
a
the car.
choice. She made the wrong choice.
And that would happen to anybody in that situation. You know what I mean?
Happened to me.
Right.
If
Exactly.
I'd done the same, they'd done that to me. And
Get out. I've had quite a few interactions.
why I don't understand in my mind why these people think they don't have to listen to the law enforcement.
Well,
Why they think they have the right to attack law enforcement.
It's their media, John. It's their
and
their
the mayor and
representatives.
the governor over there have give law enforcement the order to stand down to this mob and not do anything, which is completely wrong.
Well, they basically told them to obstruct, to get in the way. Now you got the Black Panthers coming back out to whatever. You know, these guys. There was a woman on Facebook today saying that she's not comfortable carrying a gun, but she's going to get a paintball gun, to shoot at the ICE officers. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Probably a white liberal
It
woman.
is absolutely was a white liberal woman. Absolutely.
They got this self-sense of guilt that they're going to try to oppress everybody with.
Oh, speaking of the Maduro raid, I am actually wearing a Night Stalker sweatshirt. Those are the boys that went in there and got them. Check it out.
Oh, you had to go get you one, huh?
No,
you
my
can't
son-
see that on camera. It's,
Yeah, yeah, you
it's
can.
like a mystery.
Squint.
No, they can't.
But
It's like you can't see mine either, so it's never faked.
my son-in-law gave it to me. He was he's out of the Army now, but that's what he was in the Army. So he's a veteran of two wars and a hell of a guy. And watches us too.
So if you're not aware of what's going on, you need to wake up what's going on, because they are robbing us blind, stealing our money, and they are padding their own pockets with it, along with the Somalian people. I mean, the Somalian people, them guys are,
They were brought here for a reason. They were brought here, you ever heard of the replacement
It's
theory?
been going on for decades.
Oh yeah, our lifetime at least. Have you ever heard of the replacement theory? Where they're bringing in all these immigrants?
Yeah, but they replace all of us, then they ain't gonna have nobody to take any money from.
Well,
See, they haven't thought about that. They get rid of all of us. Where they gonna get any money?
power's power. Where do you think Maduro gets money? This country has a shitload of natural resources that can be pillaged and sold to whoever they wanted to if they had control of it. You know, just like Venezuela.
Power over a bunch of broke people that can't give me nothing.
Well, they always say that an evil man will burn his kingdom down just to rule over the ashes. You know what I mean? And that's basically what we're seeing here. But you're seeing the effects of what Trump's been doing, because
I hope he sends that National Guard in and stops this bullshit.
Oh, that's
I don't
another
give a
thing.
shit what people say. It needs to end.
the Insurrection Act.
Yes.
If you watched, I was watching CNN the other day. I was at the terminal in Gary, Indiana, watching it, and Anderson Cooper was on there talking about how it's a centuries-old law, like nobody's used it.
I don't give a shit.
But-
It's a law.
But it's been used. The last time it's been used in our lifetime.
Kennedy.
Kennedy used it. Bush used it. H.W. during the L.A. riots. He called out the National Guard, used the Insurrection Act. Trump could absolutely use that. He can use that anywhere he wants. He's the damn president. I know that the libs want to think he's irrelevant and well, I don't know. They have a whole bunch of other words that they want to call him. But the fact of the matter is, he is the duly elected president of the United States of America.
They've got everybody so riled up, and the whole idea, everything that they're doing is just to try to make more people hate Trump. And the reason they want them to hate Trump is he's cutting off all their money.
All their money, yep. And he's saving us money. We're already seeing it at the gas pump. We're seeing home mortgage loans down to 5%, which is the lowest it's been since Trump was president last time.
Yeah, but all the bullshit they've been sending the money to all over the world and all over,
Right.
And you know it's circling back into these corrupt politicians' pockets. They're getting part of it.
Name one reason why you would pay millions of dollars for
sad.
drag shows in Guatemala.
It's just sad though that what's happening, and we just have to keep paying for it. And there's no way for us to stop it, and it pisses me the hell off.
Oh yeah, we're suckered in, because if we don't pay our taxes,
I'm going to jail. They're going to
knocking
take my shit.
They're knocking on your door and confiscating everything you've worked for.
I got audited one time, and it was my own damn fault because I did my taxes wrong and I was going through a divorce and stuff. So I was the one that caused it. But my God, they were on my ass. And then all of a sudden they wanted all this money and they had to have it now. And threatening me and shit. And I finally had to work out a deal where I made them payments. And man, I got it. While I'm making payments, I'm going through my taxes and proving that I don't owe all this money. And they didn't like it. They fought me on it. But finally I proved it. And I cut it in half myself. And then got close to where it was getting down there low, and I just paid the whole damn thing off. Like, I want to get rid of you guys.
Right.
But they was adamant. They was on my ass.
Oh, if you
we need this money. We need this money. You don't give us money, we're going to do this to you. And you don't get that. I'm like, Jesus criminy.
Well, there's a reason why the Democrats wanted those 80,000 IRS agents. You know, and then and that's another thing. You got these guys saying, why?
I'm from Somalia, they wouldn't have given a shit. Oh, don't worry about it.
Right. What cracks me up is you got these libs now going, why does ICE even need guns? Are you serious? They're going after murderers, rapists. When Renee Good was shot.
Same reason I need a gun.
Right. The day that Renee Good was shot there in Minneapolis, they were going after a guy who had sodomized 2 young boys since he's been in America.
They can't even get her name right half the time. She's been half a dozen different things.
Right. Renee, that one chick on the internet shaved her head all crying and emotional. Renee Cook.
Yeah, poor Renee Cook.
Yeah,
You're
know
really
why?
protesting. You don't even know who your girl's name is that you're protesting about. That's how much of a dumbass you are.
When I see that shit, I just want to know how long the Leering Center's been in business.
The Leering Center.
It cracks me up, man.
Well, when are they
what
going to
can
hang some people up to dry on us? So once the people, why? And you know,
That's what I'm saying. Accountability.
nobody,
I
and
want
they
to see
still
some
haven't,
accountability.
and they're not going to.
No, I don't think we're going to see anything happen, and it saddens me. I mean,
And they're just going to keep sending them money.
you always hear, oh, they'll get a strongly worded letter or something like that, you know. Meanwhile, they're still siphoning money out of our.
Well, how are we going to make them do something? We've got to do something. There's got to be a way we can make them do something about this.
Yeah, outside of Civil War, I really don't know, John, because they tell us that, well, you can vote them, you can vote. Well, how does Rashida Tlaib keep winning? Okay, she's done absolutely nothing. Adam
Just
Schiff.
kicked her out of her committee.
Adam Schiff got literally kicked out of the Congress, and they reelected him as Senate. For why?
I can tell you how, because he didn't get reelected.
That's cheating.
They control the election outcome in California.
Exactly. Well, that's all liberal. That's all your liberal.
There's no real voting. There's a voting day, but they've already got the votes tabulated before anybody votes.
I'm beginning to wonder if there's real voting anywhere, John. You know what I mean?
The vote's already tabulated in California.
I agree. But they say, oh, well, it starts at the bottom, your hometown. You know, you can, your mayors and your town councils and stuff like that. Well, we can vote them in all day long, but they ain't got shit to say about taxes in Ohio. They don't have shit to say about taxes federally. What can they do, you know? And they're getting, the small municipalities, small towns, villages in all our states are getting screwed over because it's full of hardworking American people that are paying 40% of their paycheck out in taxes every week.
Oh, yeah.
And who we paying it for? We're paying it for these dipshits that came here, that were brought here intentionally, you know, from the same people that preach about killing American babies over abortion, but they want to bring millions of these freaking foreigners in here.
I say kick them all out.
I agree.
Screw it.
Well, and then you got the Democrats. Well, who's going to cut your lawn? And that's the same.
You know, that's, I don't understand. It's what you want your slaves to cut your grass and
Yep.
pick your carrots and pick your cotton.
That's the exact same shit they
You're
said
putting
in the
them in that
Civil War,
boat.
John.
Bullshit.
Who's going to pick your cotton?
You mow your own goddamn grass.
Right. Do your own flower beds. Cook your own damn food.
You don't need a Mexican slave or a foreign slave or a Latin American slave or a Somalian slave to take care of your shit at your house and pick your goddamn fruit.
See, we always thought it was Mexicans growing up that were swimming across the river, you know what I mean, and coming over here, but it's...
Migrating tomato pickers.
Yeah, but now it's everybody. You know, you got people from countries that are thousands of not even in our hemisphere, not even in the Americas.
But they ain't mowing your grass. They're getting checks from the government to run fake daycares and fake transportation businesses and fake other businesses and getting millions and billions of dollars.
Or raping and killing people. There's so many of these Democrats are so full of shit about Renee
If you're
Good.
a Democrat and you're watching this, I feel sorry for you.
I do too.
Because you ain't opening up your eyes enough to see what's going on. Now, I'm not saying the Republicans are the freaking saviors.
Yeah.
But we got to start somewhere, and these damn Democrats are the root of the evil, and we got to get rid of them. And then we got to get rid of these and then we got to work on these Republicans because they're just as bad. They just ain't showing as much. The Democrats ain't even afraid no more. They're just doing it in plain sight.
We just got to find a way to get some accountability. That's all. If you got an idea how we can hold
Accountability.
email us by all means. edandrjohn@gmail.com.
You
Email.
got to do something, people, because it's getting crazy.
The amount of taxes that are taken from the American people every year, we should be living like kings. We should not be worried about health care. We shouldn't be worried about anything. I mean, this country is by far the richest country in the world, and now we're being pillaged by foreigners, by foreign invaders, and that's exactly what they are. They're not here to make America better. They're not here to assimilate. They're here to take over.
Exactly.
And they're doing it. And they're doing it with the help of the Democratic Party primarily, and some of the Republicans as well. But
Well, the Democrats are engulfing themselves with it because they're letting them do this shit, but then people are all paying them off
right.
to let them do it, so they're getting a big cut of the pie.
We'll all watch the news, though, and we'll see, investigations and congressional hearings. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I want to see perp walks. I want to see these people in jail. I want to see these people kicked out of this country for doing what they've been doing. And
I want to see the ones helping them do it,
Right.
prosecuted.
Absolutely.
Because these people ain't smart enough to do this all on their own.
No.
And they're not able to get away with it. They're not just getting lucky.
No, it's a plan.
And getting all this money from the government in millions and billions of dollars. They're not just getting all this money and then running off with it on accident.
No.
They're not slipping through the cracks that nobody checked. They're letting them slip through the cracks.
Well,
they're letting them do it.
That's their
It's all
kickback
happening
money.
because somebody in our government is helping them do it.
Absolutely.
There's no way anybody could just, and at the size and the amount of this is, there's no way they're just getting lucky
No.
and figured out how to trick the government. There's no freaking way in hell. Nobody could do that.
The people that are supposed to
Especially a person with an IQ about 70.
Right, exactly. And the people that are supposed to be holding these people are accountable are the ones that are helping them do it.
And they're getting paid.
They're using the Somalians to funnel money back into their own pocket. But the Somalians don't give a shit because they come from a country that has
Yeah,
no law
poor
enforcement,
shit.
no politicians, no nothing. They're eating dirt over there. So yeah, I mean they'll let the politicians use them all they want because they're driving Ferraris and they're buying beach houses and shit. It's aggravating to see.
I'm working my ass off, just barely able to pay the bills.
Exactly. And meanwhile, these guys don't even work. You know what I mean? And they I don't know what to do. I don't know how we can hold them accountable. I don't know who can hold them accountable. I don't even know who the hell we can trust
Wake
to hold
the
them
hell
accountable.
up and start making some noise. That's the only way we can do it.
Well, I mean,
We got to get louder than the other side.
we got to assemble and get together and start voicing out and making sure that they know that we are the majority and this is what we want. And if it's not done the way we want, then there will definitely be consequences. And that's the problem right now is there's no consequences for these people. They can do whatever the fuck they want, steal whatever they want, and there's nothing
And that happens.
And nothing happens.
Especially to the politicians that are organizing it, and making it happen, and controlling the whole thing behind the scenes that nobody sees. That's the people I really want.
Yep, exactly. I want those held accountable, put in prison, and the Somalians kicked right back to the damn shithole they came from, because they don't deserve this country. We've all got relatives that's fought and died for this country, and these people.
Did you see that J.A. Pal, whatever the hell her name is, carried on about the migrants that built this country?
Oh my
the
God.
The Somalians and the people from India and people from Africa and some other people. And I go, what the hell are you talking about, lady? That's not how. Well, you forgot. Oh, that's right. All the white European, anybody from the European, they didn't do nothing.
Right.
They're
Right.
We're going to race them from the Irish and
Irishmen
the
never did nothing.
And the Germans and the Irish and the Scottish and all the ones in the English that came from Europe. Oh, they didn't help build this country. It was the Indians and the Somalians and the Mexicans and I'm like,
The Chinese built all our railroads. Back in the day. And you know why all the tunnels.
Big John built the railroads.
Right. You know why all the tunnels are only 11 foot tall going into New York City, right?
Chinese built them.
Yeah, you can only stack them 3 high. That's racist. I'm sorry. If you're
No,
Chinese,
it's kind of a racial joke.
there's
but
probably
it's not
Chinese
mean to
guys
be
out there.
racist.
If we had Chinese people watching our show, they'd probably laugh at that
Yeah,
shit.
that's not meant to be mean. It's just meant to be a joke.
Anyway, right, exactly.
That's a Dave Chappelle style thing.
Well, actually, I don't even remember who told me that, but it might have been my stepdad, I think. But anyway, anyhow, we got to do something about it. We just can't continue. We're gonna end up losing our country if we keep letting this corruption.
Our country is in trouble.
Big time trouble, and we. Ronald Reagan was saying something back. I was watching a video of Ronald Reagan where a Cuban defector was in Cuba, and he was telling the guys how bad it was in Cuba. And the one guy looked at the guy and he goes, something about, we got it made here. And the Cuban guy looked at it and says, no, you don't. He goes, I had it made. I had somewhere to run to. If we lose this country, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run to. And he's right. We are the shining light on the hill, and it's slowly being diminished by anti-American piece of shits and a flood of immigrants that was just allowed to come right through the door with nothing. I mean, they could come in here and just become welfare recipients the day they showed up. And that's not what immigration was made to be. It's not what the 14th Amendment is supposed to be. I mean, these people are they're just freeloaders, basically. And we got to get rid of them. We got to get rid of those, and we got to get rid of
Well, they're being taught to be freeloaders, too, though, by Democrat Party, really.
They're allowed to be, I would say.
They say, come on over here and we'll give you all this shit, just vote for us.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so
We'll give you
they're being coerced into that instead of being coerced into, hey, come to America, have a good life, get you a job, maybe start your own business and become rich.
Right.
Instead, work for it.
Instead, here's 20 million, now give us 10 back.
Yeah.
And that's the way, what's been going on.
I have no problem with these immigrants.
I don't have
But I have
no,
problem with these low-from immigrants that are robbing me blind, and I'm paying for it with my taxes. You people can get the hell out of here.
I don't understand it. I don't understand these immigrant truck drivers. For example, I had to go through such an extreme background check. They called me out for an open container I got in 1992. You know what I mean? You can't tell me you know what Habib was up to in 1992.
I guarantee if I got a hold of anything more in the government and I tried to get a freaking hooked up where they were going to send me money, they would fucking ring me inside out and look up my asshole to find out what's going on before they sent me any money for a business I was starting.
Exactly.
I'm really thinking about trying to do that. I'm going to try and start some kind of business, get government funded, and find out if I can do it.
Dr. John's daycare.
Something. Why not?
Why not?
I just think I should do it.
It'll at least be spelled right on the damn sign.
Well, I'm just going to see if I can do it because I'm interested to find out how easy this is to do.
It must be
to see if I can
easy.
start a business that's going to be subsidized for the government. Because if a Somali can do it, certainly I can.
Exactly. You got to figure.
So that's going to be my next project. I'm going to try and start a government-funded business.
Why don't we do that? Well, let's make Ed and Dr. John a government-funded business.
Okay. So anybody can come up with anybody out there smart knows about this, has an idea of how we can make Ed and Dr. John some kind of government-funded business. Let us know. Maybe public broadcasting.
Dude, you know what? If we had a $20 million grant from the government, we could probably hire an IT guy.
And I could probably give $10 million back to whoever got it for me. He'd still be happy.
Hell yeah, we can still hire an IT guy.
So we're going to try and start a government-funded business.
Yeah, we're going to do that. I think we can do it.
We'll start investigating it. And
I'm going to learn Somalian. All I got to do is talk like this.
That sounds more like Indian.
No, have you ever listened to Ilan Omar talk? Some people do something.
And that bitch.
That fucking bitch.
She needs to be kicked out of Congress, and so does Rashish Tlaib. You don't know who these people are, look them up. Ilan Omar needs to go.
Who's the dude with the fake hair and the weird eyebrows?
Oh, that's that guy from India.
Yeah, who the hell elects these people?
He looks like a Sesame Street guy. He looks like a cartoon.
I can't even take him seriously.
He looks like a Sesame Street
Sean
puppet or
Hannity
something.
had him on the show the other night, and it was almost comical. I mean, what the hell's going on here?
He came right over here and got in politics. And he looks perfect for the Democrats. I mean, he's perfect. He's typical looking Democrat. Look dumb as fuck.
Well, after you see him on the Hannity show, you will realize that he is dumb as fuck. Anyway, we're going to have to call the show here, John.
Who draws his eyebrows on his head?
That's what I want to know.
Why is he getting eyebrows drawn on his head?
How much is that toupee on his head?
Yeah, you got a toupee, somebody drawing eyebrows on his face, and I'm sure, and he's putting some, I don't think he's that dark. I think he's actually putting
How many cats had to be skinned?
He's putting
for
a
that?
makeup on his face to get him that color too.
Oh yeah,
Make him browner because he thinks that works for him.
he's weird. I don't get it. I don't see. If you like that guy, then you have.
If you're like digging that guy is a moron.
There's a lot of these guys I can't figure out how they're getting elected. Like right now, you got Eric Swalwell running for governor of California.
Yeah.
They're probably going to elect that piece of shit.
I can't
even think that's
can't
real.
swallow Eric Swalwell.
Me either. It'll be the California Republic of China by the time he's done with it.
Yeah, that guy's a dope.
Anyway, Ed and Dr. John at Gmail. Send us some email. Let us know how we can get in on this government scam. So
Yeah, we're gonna start a government funded
if
business.
you're a politician watching us, we'll kick you back the money just like
Yeah,
they did in
send me the
Somalia.
email. Tell me, politician. I'll make sure I pad your pocket.
We'll keep it on the up and up and everything. You know?
Yeah.
We won't get in trouble. Nobody ever
We'll
does.
start a transportation company. I got 3 of them sitting out here to kind of run.
And I got a license. I'll drive it. I won't
right.
transport anybody, but I claim I'll transport 30 people a day if that pays me money.
I'm Dr. John.
I'm Little Ed.
Thanks for watching, people.
Next week.
Email us or leave a message. Let us know what's going on.
Oh, shit.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
That's flowing, done right, and it all out below.
Peace out.
Brings the knowledge, the other keeps it straight, the change in the dance, and the brand new. Dropping knowledge bombs on the mic while Dr. John keeps it straight and making sure it's tight. Together they're a force, a podcast duo so fly, bringing truth and wisdom, reaching for the sky. And then Dr. John, Enuff.